I'm Steve Felsher, I'm Director of PhysXrehab, or Sports Physio. Our HSC program we run for the PDHPE and for the new curricula coming in Human Movement Science is really a very integrated, practical excursion that we offer in all the different streams and with lots of different options and topics, where we deliver a practical setting here in our facility at Cromer, where we've got the field, we've got the clinic, we've got the rehab area, we've got the gym, we've got the ice bars. We have heaps of technology in both the valved force plates and the human track system. We try and give the students a real experience on how to mix and marry that practical theoretical background, give them an opportunity to feel what it's like, you know, with the energy systems, what's happening to their bodies in the ice bars, the biomechanics, what we look for with all the technology we use. So it's a fantastic opportunity to expose the HSC cohort to a real practical environment, a high performance setting, and give them a real feel of what it's like in the real world with people like ourselves, where we deliver this kind of sports science, sports medicine, sports physio on a daily basis.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm one of the senior PDHPE teachers at Stella Maris College in Manly. We've brought our Year 12 cohort here today, just really for some practical sessions so that they can put into place what they learn in the classroom, and we've found it's been of great benefit because the girls will be able to now to actually understand what they're doing and apply it in a more practical sense, and that'll help their understanding in the exam, especially with the where the exam's often structured that you need to show understanding through examples. And you often find they learn examples off by heart, but they don't actually know what they're talking about. So today they've gone through a strength-based session where they've learned about some different strength exercises and mobility exercises that we can do. They've learned on recovery and taken part in an ice bath, which is really good because I think they've never actually understood the benefit behind ice baths, and now that they've actually experienced it, it'll make it easier to understand. And then they also went through a warm-up and a structured session. So overall, it's been an amazing day, very, very worthwhile. I definitely recommend it for senior students coming through, either in Year 11 or Year 12. Definitely beneficial for the current syllabus as well as for the new syllabus.
Hey, I'm Luke. I'm one of the senior physios here at PhysXrehab. So we take high schoolers through practical components of their syllabus. What's a really good opportunity for these students is that we can relate their syllabus to actual real life examples of how high performance works. An example of this is we take students through the energy systems. So having a real life understanding and having the feeling of actually completing the aerobic, anaerobic ATP PC system is a really good opportunity for these students to do in real life and then link it back to their syllabus and HSC questions. We also can take students through Speed Clinic, which involves different drills focusing on acceleration, top speed, wickets, hurdles, resisted banded accelerations, change of direction, agility. There's a lot of stuff we can give these students exposure to, which maybe they have never had exposure to before.
Hey, I'm Will. I'm a physiotherapist here at PhysXrehab, and I ran the strength and conditioning component today. And what I talked about in my section was the factors for training. So we went through the different factors for hypertrophy-based training and velocity-based training. We talked about how we can include them into our year in the football program. So our hypertrophy-based training in the off-season and more velocity-based training during the season. And then we gave practical examples of both strength and velocity-based training in a gym setting here, using the barbells and the trap bars, getting the students to do both the strength and the velocity work. And finally, we finished off with force plates, looking at what the force plates do, what they measure, and then giving the students the opportunity to use the force plates themselves and having a look at the data that it spits out.
My name's Stella.
I'm Poppy.
And we're from Stella Maris College, and we've come to PhysXrehab
to learn about factors improving performance, factors affecting performance, and recovery strategies like practically at PhysXrehab as for an excursion.
Steve taught us all about the vasodilation and
vasoconstriction, what happens to your body when you're in the ice bath and why it feels so numb and awkward and cold. But yeah, it was really good to learn about that. My favourite was probably our first one with Luke, where we did conditioning, and it was like we did lots of football specific and like generic like conditioning,
Power
running,
and
power
speed,
and acceleration, learning about that. Did a lot of running and with cones and agility. But I also really enjoyed the ice baths, even though they were freezing. They were fun.
The ice baths were definitely an experience, but the forced jump test was very fun.
The one where you like stand on the
Will.
pad.
Yeah.
And it says how high you jump.
And
That
I
was a
got-
really good competition. We both do PDH as a subject, and we have our like exams and stuff coming up. So this is a really good way to learn like about this
syllabus,
practically, like put it into
And
practice.
put it into practice.
Yeah.
And Luke, one of the physiotherapists here, was very helpful in answering my questions about uni and career paths into sports and exercise science. So,
And how you can use what we've learnt here for a career.
overall today was such a fun day, and we got to exercise a lot.
We learnt a lot. We got to try new tests and like learn new strategies for recovery and for
And it
different ways.
really helped us actually know what we're learning in PDHPE.
Yeah, like physically put it into practice. It was very fun
Very
and
fun day.
educational
Thanks.
day.
Okay, so part of the learning day for the students is the ice bars or cryo. We also use a combination of contrast, so we do hot and cold. This is just a really great way to give the students the experience of the ice bath and how we can relate that to their learning and their theory as part of their HSC, for them to actually feel what's happening to their bodies whilst they're in the water, their feet and hands going numb, their skin going red, the shaking and the shivering. We try and talk to them about the physiological processes that are actually taking place whilst in the bath. And then we hope that we can translate that across to a question in the exam if they do get asked about cryotherapy or ice bars. The contrast in the heat, we get the students in hot showers and we can move them across both. We talk about, again, the different physiological responses in the heat, where obviously you get dilation versus constriction. We get this pump mechanism starting to happen. So again, it's a really good learning experience for the students to actually experience what it feels like in contrast water, hot, cold, or just the cold. So just part of the learning for the day, and something that we love giving the students the experience to fulfill when they're with us.